Hello and welcome to a ToooAir Dispatcher tutorial. This tutorial is current with ToooAir Dispatcher version 1.1.5. In this tutorial, we'll show you the map interaction features of the dispatcher. So we can get to the map from multiple different ways. From our dispatcher, we can left click on the map display here. To bring us over to the map, you'll notice it's now the grey or highlighted tab from our two tabs here. And this just brings us to our map display, currently set to Google. So from our map display, we can adjust if it's Google Maps or if it's Mapbox. So to adjust which map it is, we can left click settings. And so just in case, the toggle here is to enable the menu display for our map. So if we just left click settings, we can actually adjust the map here from Google Maps to Mapbox, depending on which version you prefer. We offer two different maps as a kind of backup service. So in the event either Google Maps or Mapbox ever goes down, you can swap them out, vice versa. So from the map, we have all of our users displayed on our map. So we can actually customize to what extent we want displayed from our users. So if we'd like their names to be displayed, we can actually turn off their names from the users. We can the power cooling position. Once this is toggled on, if the user just starts talking, the map will automatically recenter to where that user is. So if I just log in here, start PT, you'll see that the map has automatically transitioned to where that guy is located. Change whether or not we want to see all the users from being offline to online to even having a GPS fix, or we can set it to online users only. So now we're only seeing the users that are currently online, and we can change it to real-time location as well. So changing it to real-time location means that the user has to be online and actually has a GPS fix on the radio or application device they have logged into. We can also set it to the current group filter as well. So currently I'm in North Sector, and the user Sam, I currently am in City, and the user Sam is in North Sector. So I've actually set the filtering to the current group, and because I am currently selecting City, I cannot actually see Sam on my map. If I selected North Sector, I can see that Sam is now appearing on my map, and you can see that I am in North Sector and viewing North Sector. So we'd like to recommend leaving it to online users, purely for the fact of probably gives the best representative of your fleet, because not all the time you have a real-time fix from your radios. If they've gone into high-rise buildings or they've gone under a tunnel, you'll actually lose that user's fix because real-time location won't be, the GPS won't be transmitting a fix. So also with the map, we have interactions from the top pane here. We can click and drag around the map with left click and hold. We can zoom in and out with the middle mouse click button, or we can zoom in and out with the plus and minus arrows. We can also enable the terrain for our map, and we can also change to satellite view and turn off the labels for our satellite view. So we also have the Geo Fence. draw line, draw marker, multiple selection, polygon selection, and distant measurement. So from our interactions from the top here for the multiple selection and polygon selection, please refer to the geolocation calling tutorial. So the distant measurement feature allows us to draw basically a tape measure to measure the distance uh, between the different points. We can simply right click to remove the tape measure from our map. We can also draw lines purely for mapping out certain areas. The line drawing tool has no interaction with the radios. It is purely there just to have a physical representation for your own viewing. When we're in the fence drawing, our fence menu will appear and be displayed and will offer us all of the fences, lines, and marks that are currently available on our map display. So we can also set a mark. So if I set a mark, give it a name, there is our mark now. So we now have mark, which is in area 1. That's where I placed it. It's again purely for just visual representation or layout of the map. If you have a certain operational area that you'd like drawn out. We can also center the map to our lines and drawings by right clicking on one of our areas and left clicking map center. We can also set up a Geo Fence. Now, with the Geo Fence, we can left click on the Geo Fence, left click to start plotting out the Geo Fence, single left clicking, and then connecting back to the original part of the fence with a left click. And now we can, we can name the fence. We've now just created a GeoFence, and as you can see, it's got the red area inside the fence here. Now, GeoFence works with users inside of the fence, and we will be alarmed if a user leaves the fence. So we need to customize the users that are going to be inside our fence. By default, all users are triggered by the fence. So if we detick that, now none of the users will be a part of the fence. So what we'll do is we'll set Sam to be a part of the fence. So now on the right hand pane selection here, we can see that Sam is in fact and as you see, it just triggered because Sam is actually outside of the fence over here. So this can be customized from different users, or we can select the all alarm user for all the users. Now, keep in mind if you have multiple fences, you will need to select and customize each fence that you have created. So if I go ahead and create another fence, I will now need to customize the users for GeoFence 2 as well. And we can now manage, we can then map center to our fences from here as well, or delete the fences from here as well from our fence menu. So to get to that fence menu, you You can it'll prompt from clicking to draw a fence, or we can get it from left clicking on the fence tab here, which will then display our fences. Once we've triggered a GeoFence event, the fence event will be recorded down in our fence event display down here. As you can see, Sam has been shown as out of the fence and at what time this action had been triggered. Also, we can customize whether or not it only triggers once, so we don't need it constantly alarming us. From settings, we can set only one alarm outside the fence, and we can also set whether or not it actually alarms us. So we can set up the fence events. The action and events will be recorded, but we won't be alarmed by the event if this is toggled off. So if you would like to just monitor users entering, leaving certain areas, we can actually turn off the alarm and just have it recorded down here. We can also get to the map display tab via right clicking and then right clicking on a user, then left clicking view on map. This will bring us to the map tab as well. And this will also bring up the show track log. Please view the track logs and call logs tutorial for more in-depth information on track logs. So the map tab can also be popped out and moved around the screen. So we can do this via options, system settings, and then toggle on map pop out. Now the map will be able to be moved across the screen, expanded or shrunk due to however your preference is.